Peyton Manning used to call out Adam Gase during team meetings and other meetings. And this comes from an offensive lineman named Ben Garland, who also was in the Air Force. I believe he's currently in the National Guard somewhere. And he talked about how it was crazy to him to watch this because in the military, nobody would ever call out their superiors or whatever in the rank. My quick question for Ben Garland, okay, is who do you think is the colonel in this fucking thing? And who do you think is the sergeant or staff sergeant or whatever the hell you want? Peyton Manning is probably, and I don't know how old Adam Gase is. Peyton Manning's been in the NFL longer. He's probably been around football longer. He's the one that probably had to okay Adam Gase even still having a job on the team. Yep. So him calling out Adam Gase in the meetings is exactly what John Elway brought in Peyton Manning to do whenever he gave him the keys. That's what Peyton Manning has done. I'm sure there are many other stories that could come out from Peyton in meetings to coaches. We could have Clyde Christensen on here, quarterback coach for him for a long time, who's now down with the Buccaneers, and he would say, right, get a text, 1, 2 a.m., gotta have the answers, gotta have the answers. But that is what Peyton Manning is, Ben. I don't know how to tell you that. The demanding of, accountability and a standard to be set, that is why Peyton Manning was Peyton Manning. Everybody in Denver knew what they were getting, and since Ben left the team, he left after an AFC Championship game, they won a Super Bowl that next year, Ben. So, Ben, thank you for your service. I appreciate you. Thank you, Ben. But this headline was like, no shit. Has anybody heard any stories about how this whole thing operates whenever Peyton is your quarterback? By the way, this is what Tom had heard as well, by the way, whenever Peyton and Tom became friends. Aaron, by the way, probably has heard this stuff. Mm-hmm. That's why he and LaFleur had a full Zoom call where it's like, hey, this is what I need to see. Like, this is the empowerment of a quarterback who has earned the responsibility to do that. But Peyton, it was said that he walked in with a briefcase to interview Polian when he walked in there. It's like, that's what Peyton was. And by the way, a lot of success. There's a lot of reason behind it. He was groomed to be an NFL quarterback since he was like 3 years old. You watch Peyton places, he is the game of football. I don't want to title him like, he is. He wouldn't like that either. But you're talking about football knowledge and the way he operates. Like, this is not a headline. And I think it's, Ben, like, thank you for your service, Ben, but what the fuck is it? What are we even? You're talking out of pocket right now. This is not how it is in the military. It's like, no shit. What are we even, like, I respect and appreciate the military so much, but like to just have that whole statement, I was like, all right, Ben, shut up.
But to your point, Peyton's 2 years older and already had 2 MVPs by the time Adam Gase was in the NFL.
Yeah, so who's what here? You know what I mean? I've never seen that in the military. It was like, well, you're talking about the colonel allowing a lieutenant to speak in front of the rest of the men? Is that what you're saying? And then when he gets it wrong, going, nah, that's not what we're doing. We're not doing that. That is not how this goes. Now, if he wasn't older in the NFL longer, I assume he would still do that, by the way, just because he's the one on the field making the whole thing happen. And that's the type of stuff that other quarterbacks see. And they see organizations buying in behind a great quarterback because, they don't grow on trees. And then other people potentially get upset about it. Maybe. We don't know.
Also, sheriff is the highest of highs that you could possibly be.
Yeah, because you get voted in.
Yeah. That's right.
You don't even got to know anything about the goddamn law. You get voted in sheriff. A.J. Hawk could be the sheriff of Old Columbus over there.
Yeah.